I've got to be honest. Templates that you get for cheap or for free online, they are killing your score. Hey, what's up? It's Teacher Mike here, and if you don't know me, I am the founder and teacher at ExpressPrep.ca, where we help immigrants become residents by unlocking an awesome CELPIP score and, of course, improving their English. I also got a 12 on CELPIP myself. That's the maximum score, and I help students do the same. If you want to know why I have this on my arm for this next few videos, follow me on Instagram. Here's the handle if you want to learn more about this. Anyways, today we're diving into the 5 most important CELPIP speaking tips. The real deal, not the recycled advice that you keep hearing on the internet. If you're trying to get a high score on your CELPIP speaking test, you need to hear this. Before we dive in, look at this. In your screen right now is one of my students who got an 11 on speaking. In fact, he did this amazing score, and look at all of these other scores as well. Now, the only way to achieve a 10 plus on speaking is if you pay attention to this. Tip number 1, templates lower your score. This is so incredibly important. Look, I've got to be honest. Templates that you get for cheap or for free online, they are killing your score. Official examiners have already said this pretty clearly. If you buy or if you try to imitate a pre-made template that you have seen on YouTube or you've seen from very cheap courses, your score is going down. CELPIP is not about memorizing an answer and copy pasting it into your brain. That's not speaking, that's parroting. You're sounding like a parrot. You need a framework. This is what I teach, a step-by-step structure that helps you build your own answer based on the question. That's what we teach at ExpressPrep. Now, if your goal is maybe a score of 4 or 5 or something very basic, sure, go ahead and copy paste. But if you are aiming for a 9, 10, 11, or 12 like I did, you've got to be original. You have to think and speak, not just repeat. Now that this is out of the way, let's go to the next very important tip. Tip number 2, learn how to read the questions or even skip them. Most students waste precious time over reading the question when they don't need to. For example, in task number 5, there's a huge chunk of text, but it's just instructions. If you already know what task 5 is asking, you can skip it and only read what really matters. Here on your screen, you can see what actually matters on the question. Everything else actually doesn't matter. You can skip it because every single task 5 is the same. It's the same thing with task 3 and 4, and honestly, in some cases, you don't even have to read anything if you know what the task is about. If you know what to do, you go straight to the picture in tasks 3 and 4, and you start your answer perfectly. That's why at ExpressPrep, we teach you to memorize the structure and the purpose of each task, so that when the test comes, you are ready to speak, not read. Time is your most valuable asset on CELPIP speaking, so you have to use it to prepare your answer, not to read instructions that you have already seen before. Tip number 3, know exactly what examiners are looking for. Every CELPIP speaking task is secretly testing a different skill. It's not random. There's a reason behind every question. Task 1, giving advice with the right tone and structure. Task 4, talking about possibilities in the future, using will and going to and even may or might. Task 6, a lot of people don't get this, but it's actually about giving someone bad news, telling them something that they don't want to hear, but in a very polite way, disagreeing with them politely. If you don't know what the examiner is looking for, you are answering the wrong question. And that's how students lose lots of marks without even knowing it, and even with great English. So learn the skill behind the task and make sure you are hitting that target every single time. Tip number 4, use the right vocabulary and sound casual. CELPIP is a Canadian test. That means that they are not looking for Shakespeare or business emails. They want natural conversational English, and it doesn't need to be Canadian English. Your tone should be like you are speaking to a friend or a coworker, and you have to use vocabulary that fits the task. So for example, don't say, I would be elated to receive the gift. Say, I would be super excited to get that. The point is, be clear, be casual, and be you. The more natural you sound, the better your score will be. A great tip here is to talk to the computer, even moving your hands or actually pretending like you are talking to a friend. That tends to improve people's score dramatically, and it's a tip that we've gotten from actually one of the CELPIP examiners. Tip number 5, practice and get feedback. Let me say this loud and clear so that you understand. You will not improve without feedback, period. You could be repeating the same mistakes every single time and not even realize it. That's why inside ExpressPrep, we listen to your speaking responses and tell you exactly what you are doing right and where you are losing marks. It is the fastest way to improve. No guessing, no wasting time, no making the same mistakes over and over again. Look, speaking is actually one of the hardest parts of CELPIP, but it doesn't have to be. If you have been stuck or frustrated or just tired of not knowing what to do next, talk to one of our students advisors today by clicking the link in the description. We're gonna help you build your own speaking strategy. We're gonna give you real feedback, and you are going to get the CELPIP score that you need to move forward on your Canadian dream. So that's it for today. Those are the 5 speaking tips that matter the most. Stop copying templates, start understanding the task, and get real feedback. If this video helped you out, like it and subscribe to the channel, of course, and drop a comment. I want to know your current CELPIP speaking score, or tell me what score you're aiming for, and I will see you in the comments. Teacher Mike out. I'll see you guys in the next few videos. I will be wearing this in the next few videos you guys are going to see. And if you want to learn what happened with me, I'm sharing all of it on Instagram. Follow me over there. This is the Instagram that you can follow if you wish. I'll see you guys.